Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sibwoga TV, which is actually the home of politics. Today, I want us to have this conversation about the fight between Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua, because these two political leaders actually they come from the same region. That means from Mount Kenya. And it looks like these people will never go along because they have been fighting here and there. So that is the conversation I actually want to have this morning so that we can know why are these two people fighting politically. But before I dive in, so that we can have that discussion, I could like you to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, also request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, I request you kindly that always hit the notification bell, because once you hit the notification bell, you will give YouTube permission so that you can get notified whenever we upload any political content into YouTube. Having said that, let us jump in to the conversation. And before we start the conversation, I want to read for you what Moses Kuria had actually been writing on his X media. And I want to start with the post which actually came in at the moment when Moses Kuria actually had to resign working as a person who was advising the president, William Samoei Arap Ruto, about the economical affairs. And the message actually reads like this. Rigathi Gachagua has accused me during his tour of the United States of America of funding and supporting Mainanjenga. I am guilty as charged. I learned from the best. I was in the room when Rigathi paid the same people money to steal Uhuru Kenyatta's goats from Northland. That is actually Moses Kuria, who is writing that post on his X media. And Moses Kuria is trying to say that Rigathi Gachagua is actually accusing him of supporting Mainanjenga. But at the same time, Moses Kuria is giving us the information that it was Rigathi Gachagua who paid the goons to go and steal the goats of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta from the Northland farm. So that is the first post that Moses Kuria had written on his X media. And then Moses Kuria, 12 hours ago, he also wrote this message on 11th June 2023. I was leaving an interview at Kameme FM. On my way out, I found one Mainanjenga at the reception. He requested for a photo. That is the photo that one madman Rigathi Gachagua is now claiming was taken last week. Relax, my friend. 2 years ago, you were calling all our youths Mungiki. Now you call them Itungati. You are a pathetic liar and hypocrite. So that is Moses Kuria, who is hitting hard at Rigathi Gachagua. And these two political leaders, they have always been fighting as long as I can remember. And why do you think these two political leaders are actually engaging on this kind of fierce political fights? I think these two political leaders, each has been fighting to control Mount Kenya as a region. And from the word go, Moses Kuria always wanted to be the kingpin of Mount Kenya. But from nowhere, Rigathi Gachagua emerged, and he actually became the deputy president of President William Samoei Arap Ruto. And at that point, Moses Kuria actually was having a political party. And this political party, it was actually pursuing all the people of the mountain to jump in so that they were to use that political party to negotiate with President William Samoei Arap Ruto. By then, he was the leader of UDA. But Rigathi Gachagua totally objected to that. And actually he told everybody from Mount Kenya that they must join UDA as a political party and they must support unconditionally President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But Moses Kuria, by that time, he never actually agreed to that because he actually went to election using his chama Jakazi. But at that point, Moses Kuria was able to do what? To fail. And from that point, Moses Kuria was convinced, probably by Rigathi Gachagua, that if you want to join the government, you must dissolve your party, chama Jakazi, and then you will get a post, probably the one he got, which was a CS position. And then by that time, Moses Kuria accepted to do that. So he folded his Chama Chakasi party and he became a member of UDA. But no sooner he got that post of being a CS, then they started fighting between him and Rigathi Gachagua. And at the end point, it was Moses Kuria who lost that position of being a CS. And when he was outside here without a party, being just a simple man, William Samoei Arap Ruto actually called him and offered him a position to be an advisor of State House. And Moses Kuria has been in that position until recently, when he said that he wanted to quit that position so that he can think and position himself in the political arena. He can realign himself and try to do what he wants to do in a different way, politically. But from that time, Moses Kuria and Rigathi Gachagua have been fighting because from United States of America, Rigathi Gachagua came out and told the people of Mount Kenya that they should be on the lookout because Moses Kuria he didn't actually resign, but he was sent on a mission and to divide the people of Mount Kenya. That is actually what Rigathi Gachagua told the people of Mount Kenya. And from that point, they have been fighting. And why do you think these people are fighting instead of coming together and talk? I think Moses Kuria is actually fighting from that point that this man told me to dissolve my political party, and I did it. Then after I did that, this man influenced the government, that is William Samoei Ruto, for me to quit my CS position. And now I am outside here without any position, without any political party. So Moses Kuria, from that angle, he has lost a lot. But this same person called Rigathi Gachagua, who convinced me to do all that, he has now his DCP political party, and he's doing very well. And he is now the leader of Mount Kenya. So, because of the frustrations of Moses Kuria, and I think that is one thing which is contributing greatly why Moses Kuria is actually very bitter and he is attacking Rigathi Gachagua from the left and center. And because of those frustrations, Moses Kuria wants to do everything to see that he has brought down Rigathi Gachagua. And another thing which actually can make Moses Kuria to be on the fighting or to be on the rampage fighting Rigathi Gachagua, he might have been given that role by President William Samoei Arap Ruto. And now he wants to deal with Rigathi Gachagua because he must deal with Rigathi Gachagua because that's the job probably he has been assigned by William Samoei Ruto. And that is why he is doing all he can so that to achieve probably that assignment which he might have been given. So that's another thing which can make this man to be hitting left and center Rigathi Gachagua. And also, another thing which actually can make Moses Kuria to be doing that is that you have seen in history, the person who makes you to come down politically, you will find many people, they go back and start fighting that person because that is the only way which can also elevate you up. And that's why when Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, he started opposing anything dealing with William Samoei Arap Ruto. He started actually opposing William Samoei Arap Ruto in totality, in everything. And because he was very persistent in attacking William Samoei Ruto, that has given him his political limelight. And that is why probably he has become the kingpin of Mount Kenya. So Moses Kuria is doing the same. He is showing the people who love him in the mountain that this person who you call Rigathi Gachagua is the person who is making me to suffer like this. Is the person who convinced me to make sure that I have dissolved my own political party and I've joined UDA. It's the person who took us to William Samoei Ruto, but it's the person who is making me suffer. And from that momentum, probably Moses Kuria will build his political career. Because now, as you see in Mount Kenya, There is no person who has tried to go against Rigathi Gachagua. But Moses Kuria is doing it, and is doing it vigorously, and that may make him to survive politically, because people will see, hey, kumbe also Moses Kuria is with us, and this person is very strong because he's opposing the person who we thought nobody could oppose. So those might be the reasons why Moses Kuria is actually hitting back at Rigathi Gachagua. And also Rigathi Gachagua might be fearing that this man, if I don't take enough precautions, he might take me down. And that is why he is responding very fast to Moses Kuria. So, in your opinion, why do you think these two people are fighting? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also share this video. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.